Welcome to Tzu Chi This Week. I'm Mary Lee. It's good to have you with us. Coming up in this week's top stories, Malaysia Tzu Chi volunteers hold an aid distribution for flood survivors in Penang's Kampung Nelayan village. On the road to recovery, we listen to Philippine Tzu Chi volunteer Yang Wei-shun's first-hand account of Tzu Chi's relief work during the conflict in Zamboanga. And finally, we meet the volunteers from Hsinchu's Fuling Recycling Station and see how those senior bodhisattvas help keep our planet clean. We start today's show in Malaysia. In the early morning of October 13th, torrential rain struck the southwest region of Penang, leading to the region's worst flooding in a decade. That same night, a relief distribution was held. 3 days following the preliminary aid assistance, 270 Tzu Chi volunteers returned to Kampung Nelayan village to carry out another aid distribution, assisting 500 families with packages of relief items and consolation cash.
Making a deep bow before handing out relief items, the arrival of Tzu Chi volunteers once again brings smiles to the flood survivors. Following the first round of aid distribution, Tzu Chi volunteers once again returned to Kampung Nelayan village in the southwest region of Penang, bringing aid supplies and consolation cash to 500 households.
The water has receded, and I have cleaned most of my furniture. Thank you, Tzu Chi, for your help regardless of our ethnic backgrounds.
I feel very happy because Tzu Chi is a Buddhist organization. However, you are willing to help us with all these daily necessities and emotional support. I will cherish your relief items.
The floodwaters came suddenly. The local residents were unable to respond quickly enough. Soon after the preliminary aid distribution, Tzu Chi volunteers started preparing and packaging additional aid supplies to be delivered to the flood survivors.
When I saw the pictures of the flooding, I felt sad and sorry for the disaster survivors, so I really want to help them. Actually, I should be thankful to them. Because of them, I have this opportunity to do good deeds.
This time, we prepare bed quilts for them in hope that they can get a decent night's sleep.
This village mostly consists of Malays and Muslims, but Tzu Chi volunteers show their care and love regardless of ethnicity and religion.
Thank you, Tzu Chi, for helping our Muslim villagers. 90% of the flood survivors are Malay people. Tzu Chi is an organization which doesn't make any distinction between religion and ethnicity. So we are glad to see you thrive and continue to help the needy in society.
In total, the 2 rounds of aid distributions have helped over 500 households who will soon get back on their feet with the company of Tzu Chi volunteers.
In Indonesia, TIMA members organized a free clinic in a small town in northern Jakarta. The medical staff seized the opportunity to not only offer patients with much-needed medical services, but also provided them with useful healthcare information.
Here in Indonesia's Jakarta, TIMA members held a free clinic to tend to the medical needs of the sick and also offer them emotional support. 86-year-old Antonio, who has been afflicted by a tumor for 5 years, finally had the chance to get treatment.
It is good to have a chance to undergo surgery and remove the tumor. I try not to touch the tumor. The doctor says it is better not to touch it.
Here, poverty is the main reason why these patients delay their treatment.
I felt pain in my eyes, and now the pain has spread to my chest. My chest really hurts.
To improve this grandma's health, first she has to gain some weight before undergoing cataract surgery. Most importantly, we will help the grandma get through the treatment and accompany her until she restores her health.
After treating this young boy's toothache, TIMA members also seized the opportunity to give him some tips on oral hygiene.
Patients need to know how to take their medication and how much to take. If they take their medication carelessly or fail to keep to the doctor's prescription, their illness may worsen as a result.
For those patients who cannot attend the event, the volunteers find their way to their homes. Thanks to Tima doctor's attention and emotional support, this 90-year-old senior who suffers high blood pressure has slowly recovered his strength. As the volunteers continue their effort, the great love of the NGO will reach the less fortunate whenever and wherever needed.
Returning to Taiwan, Tima members and the Taipei Tzu Chi Hospital once again organized a free clinic at the Taipei main station, where they provided various healthcare services, making Taiwan's foreign workers feel right at home.
Taking advantage of the holidays, Tzu Chi volunteers invited foreign laborers to a free clinic that provides health checkups and free haircuts. An obstetrics and gynecology doctor also seized the chance to encourage women to take a cervical cancer screening.
It is very important for 30-year-olds and above women to carry out the smear test on an annual basis as a way to prevent cervical cancer. In today's event, we provided a smear test service so that these foreign laborers can have a chance to undergo the screening.
Through one-on-one diagnosis, laborers consult the doctors on how to better look after themselves.
My neck often feels uncomfortable. Thanks to this event, I got a lot of information regarding healthcare, so now I know how to better take care of myself.
To help these foreign workers deal with workplace stress, a psychiatrist was also on site to offer some tips on how to alleviate their anxiety.
We have some medical devices which show them the relationship between health and emotions. In addition, we also gave them some healthcare tips, such as eating healthy food, getting enough sleep, and taking exercise on a regular basis.
Thanks to Tzu Chi's regular free clinics, these foreign laborers are more than ready to return to their workplace, knowing that their health is being looked after.
The conflict in the Philippine city of Zamboanga has finally ceased. During the unrest, Tzu Chi volunteers were in the middle of it all, with the Tzu Chi Eye Clinic and Rehabilitation Center near Ground Zero of the battlegrounds. Every day, Tzu Chi volunteers showed up at the shelters, delivering daily necessities, food or water for the evacuees. Now that the fighting is over, Zamboanga Tzu Chi volunteer Yang Wei-shun traveled to Taiwan to give an update on the latest recovery efforts to Master Zhen Yan in Hualien, and had a chance to stop by our station in Taipei to share with us his experience during this time.
I used to be very shy. The master said, if you want to help a community, the only way you can do that, aside from replicating yourself, is to inspire more people.
Philippine Tzu Chi volunteer Yang Wei-shun's life changed when he encountered Tzu Chi. When the conflicts occurred in Zamboanga, instead of evacuating like the other residents, he headed straight to Ground Zero. What was his motivation for doing so?
Patient being left alone, so they called me. They said, we cannot leave them alone, no one is there. So I said, but you have to leave. So we sent more people to help the hospital, bring everybody out. Our staff were the last ones to leave.
Although the mistrust between people may still exist in Zamboanga, Yang, however, looks on the bright side of life and believes in the good of the people.
Just here in Zamboanga, you've been all over, and he was so impressed. And he said, don't worry about, we took very good care.
Yang is also very concerned about the state of the children's education. This visit to Taiwan was to follow up on the progress of the 160 temporary classrooms for the children in Zamboanga.
Kids in the Philippines, they go through great lengths just to go to school. And a lot of interventions that government can do when it comes to underweight, malnutrition. If you want normalcy, you have to start with the school.
The smiling children dissolve away the stress and the worries of the day. And although the road to rebuilding is not an easy path to walk on, Yang nevertheless continues on his mission to safeguard Zamboanga.
Tzu Chi volunteers in Danshui District, New Taipei City, recently hosted a tea gathering to celebrate the opening of a local Tzu Chi retreat, to which 500 members of the community arrived to take part. Meanwhile, Tzu Chi volunteers in Taidong held a tea gathering in Luye Township's Ruiyuan village, hoping to inspire more residents to spread goodness and compassion within their communities.
Conveying Tzu Chi's goodness and beauty through sign language, Taidong Tzu Chi volunteers are here in Luyue Township's Ruiyuan village, hoping to inspire goodness and compassion in this community.
They conduct relief work, do visitations, and bring medical care to our community. So we want more people to learn of Tzu Chi.
During the event, volunteers showed residents that they too can connect with Buddhism through Taiwanese opera, as well as showing a video clip introducing Tzu Chi's work worldwide.
Tzu Chi is great. It's great to be helping everyone. We shouldn't distinguish or differentiate.
At the end of the event, Tzu Chi volunteers encouraged participants to adopt a bamboo coin bank in hopes of extending their love to the less fortunate. Here in Danshui, Tzu Chi volunteers host a tea gathering in celebration of the opening of their local retreat, to which 500 community members came to take part. Chen Peixun from Tainan, whose parents are both Tzu Chi volunteers, says she felt as if she had come home.
It feels like home. No matter where I am, where there are Tzu Chi volunteers, I always feel like I'm home.
Tzu Chi volunteer Chen Baohong, who lent out this piece of land, expressed his gratitude at this opportunity to fulfill his wishes.
Both my wife and I are truly grateful we were able to purchase this piece of land.
Tzu Chi volunteer Chen Xiuxiu shared with participants how to seize each opportunity in life to give, while volunteer Chen Zhonghong encouraged members of the public to help save lives by taking part in a stem cell donation drive.
With the opening of this retreat, I believe we will be united, and together we can recruit more living bodhisattvas.
Tzu Chi volunteers also hope to construct a prayer room in the near future to add to the solemn beauty of the retreat office and also bring more compassionate hearts together.
There are some 6,000 Tzu Chi recycling stations in Taiwan. Many of the properties are donated to Tzu Chi. Masters from the local Fuling Temple, in recognition of Master Tzu Yan's philosophy, decided to lend a property to Tzu Chi in 2012. Since then, Tzu Chi volunteers have turned the area into Fuling Recycling Station, changing the lives of senior residents and also in particular Yang Mengqing.
My hands used to shake, but now they don't anymore.
Coming here, we get to chat happily together. If we look for a job, no one wants to hire senior employees. We get to chat with others here.
Here at Hsinchu's Fuling Recycling Station, senior residents from the nearby community happily gather to sort recyclables each day. They have been doing so for the past year.
The trip to our local Jinsi Hall and liaison office is nearly 10 kilometers, but the recycling station is real close. It only takes 3 to 5 minutes by motorbikes, and some can even walk here.
Last year, the 790 square meter area was a deserted lot with an old corrugated iron hut in the middle. However, with a bit of creativity and hard work, volunteers turned the area into a recycling station.
Each morning we chant the Buddhist sutras, listen to the master's teaching, and then join the volunteer assembly before doing recycling work for the whole day.
I'm really happy and fulfilled because we can see many living bodhisattvas here.
Since its opening, community members like Mr. Chen always arrive to donate their recyclables.
It doesn't matter if we live far or nearby. As long as these recyclables will go to save lives, having the good thoughts count the most.
Recognizing Master Tzu Yan's recycling ideal, masters from the Fuling Temple decided to provide this land in order to give elderly people in the community a place to go.
My master is in his 80s, so he understands that seniors need to have a spiritual home.
Whenever I think about it, I feel great. Things that I want to do are inspired by Master Tzu Yan. It's just wonderful.
Fuling Temple masters visit almost every day to thank the volunteers and community residents for their work in safeguarding the planet.
At that time, I was hospitalized for about 45 days. I couldn't speak a word and I almost became deaf-mute.
Young Mengqing suffered from severe depression 10 years ago due to family and work pressure. It was not until last year, with the company of the volunteers, that she arrived at the recycling station and began to open her heart.
When she first came, she was on medication, so she was slow in her movements. We got her to fold newspapers to increase her focus on things.
Today, Yang not only has gained a healthier body, but now has the confidence in interacting with others. Whenever she is free, the volunteer also seizes her time to read Master Zheng Yan's books.
The ideas that I resonate with, I will memorize and repeat to myself each day. This has been a great help to me in interacting and communicating with others.
When she first came to the recycling station, she didn't smile at all. Now, when she comes, she will greet others when they greet her. She is more optimistic and bright.
After finding a job 3 months ago, Yang Mengqing now works each morning and devotes herself to recycling work in the afternoon. The autumn sun is setting, but Yang's life shines bright and clear ahead.
In the United States, the Monrovia Great Love Preschool and Kindergarten in Los Angeles, California, organized a parent-teacher conference to give parents a better understanding of Tzu Chi's philosophy and ideals on children's education. Prior to the event, students enjoyed their first day of school on September 20th and returned their filled bamboo coin banks for donation.
Following a long summer vacation, students of the Monrovia Great Love Preschool and the kindergarten in Los Angeles, California are all looking forward to their first day of class. The playground in the campus is once again filled with children's laughter and energy. Accompanied by their parents, the students also brought their filled bamboo coin banks back to the school. Tzu Chi's selfless spirit also touches many parents.
My husband always said money kind of circulates. It's not for us. It's passed on to whenever we could. I wasn't like this. My character wasn't like this. But I learned from Tzu Chi or my husband or my family. So that's it.
Later on October 13th, to give the parents a better understanding of Tzu Chi's ideals about education, the school organized a special seminar for parents.
And so we show them his cards. I also show them the back of the card that has the word. We talk about the first letter, the last letter.
As the teachers are explaining their teaching materials, parents are all amazed.
We can see that in our child that he's learning Chinese, getting better, his Chinese getting better, and also his food manners getting better. And he loves the teachers here and the school, and he just loves it. Like every day he's so happy when he comes here.
This year she is really excited to be learning some more Chinese and speaking in Chinese. She loves learning the new language, and I'm noticing that her behavior is getting a lot better at home. She uses her manners, and I can tell she's really learning a lot here in Tzu Chi.
With the school's fascinating and diverse classes, these parents are reassured that Tzu Chi's humanitarian education will develop their children into upstanding adults.
Tzu Chi headquarters in the United States aims to establish a Tzu Chi educational campus in Walnut, California. To raise construction funds, Tzu Chi volunteers organized 2 charity concerts on October 12th, in which Tzu Chi volunteers and students from the Great Love Preschool performed the musical adaptation of the Sutra of Profound Gratitude to Parents. The fundraiser received a positive response, as a total of 700 tickets for both concerts were sold out a month prior to the event.
With crystal lotuses in hand, teachers open the prelude to the Happy with Hope charity concert. A sign language performance by students of the Great Love Preschool shows their innocence and purity.
Our performance was about filial piety.
We need to be more helpful at home.
Means that you gotta respect your mom and dad, as soon as you learn how to respect.
Tzu Chi's character education starts at a young age and emphasizes the importance of the traditional Chinese values of filial piety.
Tzu Chi continues to impress us and instill correct values. If our children can grow up in an environment surrounded by love and care, I believe it will help a lot with the development of their character.
Through the Happy Campus program, Tzu Chi volunteers have visited many impoverished communities over the past 9 years, helping misguided youths find their way through the teaching of Jingsi aphorisms.
It's easy to just donate money, isn't it? But to be willing to give your time and commit yourself to doing meaningful work requires persistence. So I'm truly moved by Tzu Chi volunteers.
The performance of the Sutra of Profound Gratitude to Parents moved the hearts of many audience members, as many come to realize that fulfilling filial duties cannot wait.
If we don't fulfill our filial duties now, it will be too late to regret it later. We know we haven't done enough. Thank you, Mom, for everything you have done for us.
I'm grateful to our brothers and sisters. More than 1,000 volunteers have assisted in this charity concert. I just saw the numbers, and we have achieved 30% over our goal.
It's more than just gratitude. The money we raised today is a huge encouragement for us. It motivates us more.
The success of the charity concert not only is a testament of society's love and compassion, but it has also created a vision for education here in the United States.
Malaysia Tzu Chi volunteers were invited for the first time to hold a seminar at the INTI International College of Penang to introduce the Buddhist NGO to its students. The rare opportunity gave students a different perspective of the world they live in.
With Tzu Chi's signature sign language song to mark the opening of their seminar, Tzu Chi volunteers are here at the INTI International College Penang for the first time to promote the Buddhist NGO. The INTI Educational Group is one of the largest international educational groups listed in Malaysia's market, with students from 35 countries arriving each year to study. One of its campuses is in Penang. One may wonder about the encounter between the education pioneer and an international non-profit organization.
Especially with Tzu Chi, we know that they are quite active in this community work. It's important once the students go out to the job market, don't just work for himself or herself. If you are able to help people, do something for the society.
As a worker, you need to be in the office for more than 8 hours. And isn't it good if you feel that this is just your home, your second home?
The company CEO of Vitrox Technologies, Zhu Zhenrong, also arrives to share how he has managed to run a better corporation by applying Tzu Chi's philosophy.
I think through the teachings of Tzu Chi, you can actually apply a lot of these things to get your employees to be happy. So you can make money and you can also make a lot of other people happy and hope to change the world.
In the short 2-hour seminar, students are given a broader perspective of the world.
At the end of the show, we head to Cambodia, where Tzu Chi volunteers held 2 aid distributions in Kampong Chhnang province for a total of 73 disaster survivors following the recent flooding in the area. We will leave you with these images. Thank you for watching. See you next week.